TaliBan Goon, man. Shout out to Mikey T, Report Card Radio Gang, man. We live, man. Report Card Radio, TaliBan Goon. You with me?
TaliBan Goon, man, welcome to Report Card Radio. I appreciate you joining me tonight on the channel to tell your story.
Facts. It's an honor, man. I appreciate you too, man. No questions. Report Card Radio Gang. Tell them I said that. You with me? Hey.
Let's take it all the way back, man. Can you tell me about growing up in the DMV, Maryland specifically?
Yeah, man. I mean, me personally, in regards to like writing that shit, man. I remember, man, I was like in 5th grade, man. I just turned 26 on the 9th, man. So happy birthday to myself. I remember, man, I was like in 5th grade, man, like nigga, like 10 years old, man. They had like a little talent show. I grabbed a couple of my men. I started writing then for real, you know what I'm saying? And even like when I was in middle school, man, I just kept writing. I tried, start a little group with it. I was writing this shit, man. I just, you know what I'm saying, been doing music for real, whether it was that or being that I'm from the DMV. We do the go-go, so I started playing instruments, you feel me? Was in the go-go bands and shit, had a couple bands and shit. And then once that shit got played out, niggas ain't want to do that shit. That shit got played out. I'm like, all right, ain't shit else to do. Went through some shit dealing with rats and snitches. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to do what I do best. That's music. I seen Ab, I seen Low, I seen what they was doing. I was respecting the way they was moving. And that's when I started writing again. And I've been writing consistently since then.
So tell me, TaliBan Goon, what was different about where you grew up compared to, what you've seen depicted by the likes of Chief Keef in Chicago or A.R.A.B. in Philadelphia? What was it like in Maryland?
The part of Maryland where I'm from, like where I was born, is the suburbs. So it's definitely nothing like that. It's not like Chirac or nothing like that. But the reason why I say if anybody asks where I'm from, the reason why I say DMV, because like I live in them parts of the city. I live in the Southeast. That's my second home, and that's the area where if we going to discuss Chirac or Chicago or any neighborhood, I'm telling you, Southeast, like my city is like that. And I'm out B-more right now. These niggas get crazy too. You feel me? So that's why I say DMV, because like I'm from Maryland, but DC my second home for real. You feel me? And it's a war zone, just like Chirac, if not worse.
So you mentioned it, a little bit earlier about rats playing a part in your history. You have a very interesting story of how you've actually got involved in hip hop. Can you tell me about when you first started getting into rap?
You mean like as far as me writing?
As far as you writing, progressing into spitting, getting into the booth.
I didn't start writing and taking that shit serious until I was in a situation where, one of my homies turned out to be a rat. He was a snitch, unfortunately. And I'm not even going to get on this platform and identify that person. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect rats at all, but as a person, I'm not even going to get up here and get on this platform and disrespect that person. So I ain't even going to reveal their identity, because that's not what this is about. But basically what it was some snitching going on. I received the court papers in the mail, basically, for me to go there and say that what's being told on is true. You feel me? And that was a fucked up situation for me to even have to be put in. And of course, I wasn't there. So why should I have to go to court? You know what I'm saying? Or murder. I don't know shit. You feel me? And that's how that played out. And it was crazy because I asked this individual, like, why, son? Like, why you do that? And this particular individual, like, basically told me, like, snitching was cool. He was like, yeah, um, I'm a snitch, but I don't snitch on people I fuck with, and I fuck with you, so you cool. But in my mind, I'm like, Slim, what what does it take for somebody to cross that line for you to be like, all right, this nigga not cool. I'ma just tell on this nigga. Like, what does it take for a person to reach that limit with you? So at that point, I'm like, man, it's probably just a matter of time before I do some shit before this nigga telling me. So I'm like, all right. And with the way that I was taught to deal with those type of situations, it could have been real bad for that person, real bad. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't go that way because I was listening to music and I came across Av and them, OV8, all of them, man, and just seeing a message, man, and the admiration was there. I'm like, you know what? I don't even got to take it there for real. I can just talk about it without talking about it. You feel me? I ain't no snitch or nothing like that, so I ain't gonna snitch on the snitch. That make me look like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just started writing, man. Started writing, but shit, man, it's my life. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I rap.
Let's get into it, man. How did Arab and Dark Low actually inspire you to pick that pen back up and start writing and start rapping?
It was just a message, like the way they was moving. Like I listen to, like, you hear people on the radio, and like the way they be talking is like they all sound the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just I heard them. I was like, yeah, they talking about like that real like that real life shit. You know what I'm saying? And just off the strength of me relating to it, I'm like, man, this my lane right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you you said you was doing your history, doing your homework on me, and you seen some of my music. If you listen to my first tapes, I'm shouting these niggas out, paying homage for when I first started rapping back in like 2013 when I dropped my first mixtape, paying homage to these niggas, all of them. And even to this day, like, I be, you know what I'm saying, Jolly trying to reach out to Breezy and shit. I know he had a situation, unfortunately, where he was shot, and I reached out to him immediately, like, Slim, you can slide out there and handle that. You know what I'm saying? And my main not a connection, but I would say the closest relationship that I have to Philly, the number one radio station in Philly, is called the Real Exposure Show. They do like tours from Philly to DC, and for a minute I was like one of the main hitters. So anytime they come out here and they like, we going to DC, we're going to perform. We gotta call TaliBan Goon. Like, I open up shows and stuff. I met Wiz Low at one of them joints, and I'm mad because the last one I was supposed to go to, AR was hosting that joint. That's my favorite rapper, Inshallah, Frida Akeem. He was hosting that joint, and I was supposed to go there to perform. I didn't have the funds for it, unfortunately. I was dealing with court. And shout out Chop, Chop 215, man. She was like, yeah, just come through the joint, because I know Ab, your favorite rapper. I know you fuck with Philly, you fuck with OVH. She was like, yeah, you get the joint for free. You know what I'm saying? I honestly don't even remember 100% why I missed the joint. I'm pretty sure I damn near remember. This is public information. I think I had a court date that day. I didn't get locked up, but when I came back from court, I was just like, you know what? I just want to chill. You feel me? And I didn't get to go. And they just fucking rat Dantes 9-6. I might never ever get the chance to link and see my favorite rapper, or watch him perform, or him hosting a show and watch me perform, because it is Dantes 9-6, Tekashi ass nigga, bro.